Good afternoon. Welcome to Audiotree Live. It is April 5th, 2016 on a Tuesday, and we're thrilled to have in the studio with us the Yawpers.
Bartleby the Womanizer. Yeah, this woman around skates, skin boots, and pop the lips like a dress. Open soon, they can't explain. Dictate of nothing less. Yeah, you are his 9 to 5. You wish your dreams at night. Oh, baby, come on, fuck yeah. Junkies, like it's back in bed. His eyes go darker every day, with every covenant, with every lay. His looks are fitting, his skin breaks down. Oh my God! You are his 9 to 5. You wash your dreams at night. Oh, baby, it's gonna die. Come on, fuck yeah. Don't use this albatross. Every piece has its cause. Love, I'll kill you, boo. Bartleby the Womanizer. His funeral was well attended, from Catholic girls to mother hens. His body cold and distended. St. Peter's Fair at the gates. He wasn't callous or body bound, just an addict wearing blind. Every love was a little death row. Bartleby the Womanizer. You are his 9 to 5. He works your dreams at night. Oh, baby's gonna die. Come on, fuck it. Love is just how it's yours. If this has its cause, well, look at it. Bartleby the Womanizer. Bartleby the Womanizer. Sit up again. Let's get it. I wanna slit my wrist and take a warm bath tonight, baby.
You're watching Audiotree Live with the Yawpers. Guys, that ripped. That ripped so hard. It's a thrill to watch that in the studio. Thank you guys for coming in today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Hot damn.
It was awesome. Yeah, I've been keeping track of the tour online. Looks like a blast. It's been fun to watch. I like the romantic pictures that keep happening.
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's fun to
all
watch.
love.
And yeah, I was talking to you guys earlier. You're obviously having a good time in Chicago, so much that you had an off day here. I'm curious as to like what cities around America as you're touring, where does the Yawpers blend in the best? Where do you feel like most like you're thinking about it when you're at home?
Well, Chicago's one of them. Your weather sucks, so that's...
I'm well aware of that. The weather in this room is really cold.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's starting to heat up. No, yeah, Chicago's one of them. Long Beach is really cool. We left San Francisco and New York, and I don't know. We're nomads by nature, so the road is our home. What a stupid fucking thing to say.
Don't worry about it. There have been way lamer things uttered in the history of rock music. But
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Long Beach, interesting. I've never been there, but I can only imagine. But yeah, sounds like a blast, and I'm glad Chicago happens to be one of those places.
It is, yeah. Well, it's the home of our label, and we have great fans here. And
Bloodshot Records, yeah, I want to talk to you guys about that as well. Specifically regarding the record, American Man. Listen to it. It's full of wild rock music. However, I listened to the debut as well. The production on that was like super punchy, like exactly exemplifying what you guys do. But American Man is so nuanced. It has a lot of dynamics to it.
Yeah.
What were your goals, like, as you go into the studio? What was on your mind as, like, an end result goal?
well, we just wanted to sound like we do live, which I guess a lot of bands do that, but we really made a concerted effort to the nuances of the live show to come across on the record and the dynamics and all that sort of stuff. So
100%, yeah. Between the two of you, there's so many guitar dynamics.
it's mostly just him. I just scratch my guitar and hopefully it sounds.
Jesse, are you the tone mastermind, like the production person?
I do a little bit of production, but wouldn't call myself a mastermind.
I would. I'd call you
Okay.
that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, feel free to cruise right into your next song.
Okay. This is a song about sucking the corporate dick. It's called 9 to 5. You sit out of your nightmare and promised everyone there was no round trip ticket, there was no coming home. You went to the congregation, convinced no one of your word. You walked across the nation, still found no place on earth safe. Freedom of a 9 to 5 man. Freedom of a 9 to 5 man. Freedom of a 9 to 5. Come on, come on, come on, promise to see that. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 5. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 5. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 5 man. Come on, hey. Woo, 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 5. Come on, let's start a line. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 5. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 5. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 5. Man, come on, they say, ooh, 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 ooh. Somebody put a bullet in me. Take the freedom of a 9 to 5. 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 Man. Take the freedom of a 9 to 5. Take the freedom of a 9 to 5. Man. Take the freedom of a 9 to 5. 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 Take the freedom of a 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9. Whoa! Yeah, freedom, freedom. We're freedom and freedom. Yeah, freedom of a 9 to 9 to 9 to 9 to 9.
You're watching Audiotree Live with the Yawpers. Watching you guys live is electrifying, and I know how it worked with Bloodshot Records at South by Southwest, and watching you guys in the studio, like from then and now, I can tell it's been like a live experience that needs to be seen. I had a question for you guys. As individuals, do you guys have any like live heroes, like people who influence the need to be a great live band?
The Cramps are definitely one of the biggest influences as of late.
Nick Cave.
Interior, yeah.
Nick Cave?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Prince.
The live
Obviously
influence.
not.
I've seen so much televised Prince.
We don't
it's not
draw a
even
whole
funny.
lot from it, but yeah. As far as just great live
Who's
performers.
Alex Harvey? Is that a new guy we just got into?
Yeah.
That's Zach. He's insane.
Yeah, Alex Harvey, and then we've been watching a lot of old Nina Simone and her presence on stage. But
Absolutely classic.
I feel weird saying those names just because even though we like them, I wish we could embody them a little bit more. But
and we'll get into that too. What about you, Jesse?
The band.
That what is that? The Last Waltz. That is absolutely unbelievable.
That in particular.
Yeah. Well, please catch these guys on tour. They're playing at the Empty Bottle tonight, and they're touring with Blackfoot Gypsies.
Yep.
And tomorrow they're going to be in St. Louis playing it off Broadway. Make sure to catch these guys live. And with that, you guys can feel free to go into your next song.
Well, they call it endless summer. It's the worst I've ever had. Been huffing gasoline in my best friend's friend's hand. Life in this town ain't as easy as it seems. It eats up your heart and spits away your never to fight. Nowhere every sign of failure, even though I'm sure I might. 17, let's fucking blow this town tonight. I'll tell ya. Yeah, come on, baby, say the this in my head. 99 in this town, and I'll be the walking dead. Well, maybe my dreams turn to birds instead. I'm on the 17, headed for the sun. Getting out of here, I'm going out to run. I'll roam this all over till the angels take me home. Yeah, the only things that matter are the ones you do alone. My journey will be endless, my voice will shake your bones. Or at least I'll have a story this world has never known. Well, come on, baby, say this in my head. 99 in this town, I'll be the walking dead. Well, maybe my dreams turn to burdens instead. I'm on the 17, headed for the sun. Getting out of here, I'm young enough to run. Come!
You're watching Audiotree Live with the Yawpers. It was good. I like hearing that intro, just, you know, seeing all the different sides of you guys so far. And also hearing during the sound check, hearing things from Led Zeppelin, hearing things from the Cramps, like you were saying before, like watching you guys just sing that. I have another influences related question, but more so just like on a studio level, things people would not necessarily expect. Because I see there's obviously like comparisons drawing from like Americana, just rock and roll music. But what might be some innate things that people, you good? It all,
Yeah.
Okay, everything worked out.
That's great. Nailed it.
Fantastic. But what might be some things that are innately in there that people might not, you know, write up in their reviews or things like that, but you know have personally influenced your writing?
Well, like Ariel Pink, I'm a big fan of.
Interesting.
The OCs and that sort of stuff. I guess it's probably a little bit more up the alley of what we do, but
Genuinely curious as to how Ariel Pink plays into it, just in your mind.
I like he's got a really idiosyncratic style of writing.
Sure.
Where kind of drawing like early Beck years, like the kind of off-kilter metaphors and stuff like that I really attempt to do in a more narrative structure.
Sure. And something that's not seen as much,
Yeah.
not nearly anymore. What about you guys?
Daniel Lenoir, I don't think it's that much of a stretch. There's some pretty, just big,
Sure.
sounding guitars in there, just expansive sounds.
100%. And I could tell just through the hollow body of that acoustic with all those pedals that is the goal. It's amazing. What about you, Noah?
I'm really into like Art Blakey, Mel Lewis, some of the old jazz guys.
Yeah.
I hit a little bit harder, but I hope that some of that finesse translates.
No, 100%. Bringing in the best of both worlds and all that stuff.
Finesse.
We're all about finesse, if you couldn't tell.
I could. Well, any Bloodshot Records, roster or alumnus is the finest mix of finesse and just absolute craziness. And yeah, do you guys find yourself influenced by Bloodshot Records' previous? Like, how do you feel about being among those?
We
all
definitely
those varied people?
really appreciate their roster. I don't know how much we really draw from. I mean, like
More
kind of
and
new
more
to
and
them.
more. I mean, we
More and
got
more.
to hang with them and see a lot of the artists just
Yeah,
last
like the
month.
Waco
and,
Brothers and Mekong.
Yeah, and during South by Southwest. So,
Yeah, so
A really unbelievable and very heavily curated roster, and
Yeah.
it's an honorable thing to be a part of, especially as.
do you like this
obviously,
stance, by the way? I realize I've been standing like this the whole
It's an
time.
incredible. Well, it shows
Showing
off.
off that girlish figure.
Shows off the button up.
Let me
you
just,
know.
just take one of these open.
You and I have a lot more in common
Yes, we do.
than we
There
think.
go. How's that? Navel shot.
Absolutely
There you go.
fantastic.
Get a close up. It's your day. Buddy.
That's rare. I think that this might be a rare thing for
Block your
Audiotree.
gut
At
with
least
your
I hope
guitar
so.
Say what?
You got to block it with your
Yeah, I
guitar.
know. God. Yeah. Thank God
You
I'm
know,
a guitar player.
don't
My
feel
gut is always
pressured.
hidden, yeah.
Don't feel pressured to block it. But yeah, speaking of Bloodshot Records, American Man, currently out on that label. Absolutely fantastic record. Feel free to go into your next song, fellas.
All right. Long intro or short?
Yeah, long intro. of powder. Ooh, well, my goodness, I love it. Oh, fuck me, baby, I'm dead inside. Silicone love. Silicone love. 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 Love.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We are here with the Yawpers. Guys, I have a general question for all you guys. It's
I love those.
who doesn't? My birth name is General Question. But it's something I've been thinking about, especially listening to American Man and just like taking note of the fact that it is both like simple in its roots and complex at the same time. And we ask a lot of people about, the state of the music industry as it is right now, but there's something that's a little bit apart from that, because the things that are surface level are becoming more surface. The things that are niche are becoming more extremely niche. It's in every clickbait article about it. It's the dysphoria you feel when you're at a music festival. Yet, you guys are a rock and roll band by nature, and you can see it. There's like all kinds of stuff within it, but you're a rock and roll band. And I want to ask you guys, what about rock and roll music, old and new, after all these years, what do you think people are still learning from it, still feeling from it? It's a big question, but it's something I think you guys really bring to the table.
It's a really hard question to answer without a cliche, too.
I'm ready for it.
I think, God, these are tough. I wish I had like the eloquency of some of my peers, but
You're out. No, I'm kidding.
I think that mostly what rock and roll embodies is the idea of the individual as the sacrament. So the idea that that the individual is king and that personal freedom is, and that's why it's uniquely American. Obviously, it got co-opted by other places, but the idea of the pursuit of the individual and the full expression, like the taking the cap off of that emotional well and allowing it to spill out. I don't think that'll ever go out of style. Maybe
100% agree.
Maybe the medium will, but at its core, that's what rock and roll is all about to me. And I don't think you can ever stop learning from that.
100, especially in a world where things are dominated by like the absence of feelings, which is very sad.
Or even worse, where individuals get co-opted into movements that tell them how to think. And I think the more people can hold on to their own sense of identity and explore it, the better we're all going to be.
That's a fantastic and more articulate than you think way of putting it.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
I'm not sure I can add to that.
It's very succinct, and I do believe it's true. And my last question for you guys is, what about you? What do you feel like you keep learning from looking at roots, revisiting them, and doing all kinds of stuff? Because you guys prove there's so much more inside there that's left to explore.
Are you asking what we get out of it or what we learn specifically? Like,
I think a little bit of both.
Well, if I was at a desk job, I'd have been dead 5 years ago. So there's that. I get that out of it.
Relatable.
But I think it's a medium for you to do some self-analysis. Like, and so for me as a person, I'm kind of a stunted, effeminate, fat 30-year-old with an ugly mustache and kind of a off-kilter sense of social place. And rock and roll allows me to identify and analyze things that allow for some personal growth. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but for writing-wise, and that's what it's done for me.
Yeah, I mean, on my instrument, just try to express myself and find my own voice through the drums.
Absolutely. I would like watching people drum for me is almost as fulfilling as playing it.
It's like watching people fuck.
100%. I'd say it is the exact same thing. But no, it's wonderful to hear those kind of words. You know, it's especially in a world that kind of tries to drown that attitude out. So thank you guys for sharing all that. And with that, let's take you guys into your final song.
You down in the end. I've seen the end of lovers, seen the end of friends. They're all enemies in the bedroom, and even more reside upstairs. You're so far beyond self-control. It's been this way for years. Every idol, well, I pissed on every monument, and I prayed to Oscar Wilde, and I sent my sense of self-worth. You can sign for it, COD, 'cause this mea culpa bullshit bringing me down. Maybe tomorrow bring me one more day of sun. No consequence, no self-reflection, just living on the run. self-reflection, just living on the run. Well, maybe I'll turn to Jesus. Maybe I'll cash it all in. I can feel the darkness coming, sitting here at 3 a.m. Well, maybe I'll turn to Jesus. Maybe I'll cash it all in. Can feel the darkness coming, sitting here at 3 a.m. It's coming!
It's not a game. It's not a game with the Yawpers. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you to the sound, the camera, the lighting, everyone in the booth over there, truly helping make this look and sound amazing. And thank you viewers at home if you're watching this. Truly appreciate it. So great. You can support the Yawpers by downloading, purchasing the session when it comes out. It's available on pretty much every music retailer online under the sun. And thank you for tuning into Audiotree. Have a good day. Killer.